Before time was measured, before the world became loud, there was a remembering written in your soul. A remembering of who you are beneath the roles, the striving, the forgetting. There comes a time when the veil thins and the old ways of living no longer fit. You feel it as a pull, a quiet ache, a knowing that something ancient within you is ready to awaken. This is the path of alignment. Alignment is not effort, it is remembrance. When you align, your intuition sharpens like a flame, your energy settles into your body, your life begins to move in rhythm with the unseen. The Moon Goddess training is a sacred initiation into this remembrance. Through the Akashic records, the timeless field of soul memory, you journey beyond time and space into the ancient temples of the Nile. As you enter them, something within you unlocks. Layers dissolve, old wounds soften, your inner sight opens. You remember how to listen, how to trust, how to move through life, guided rather than forced. This is the return of the aligned woman, rooted in her body, open in her heart, clear in her knowing. She no longer searches outside herself, she remembers the way. If your soul is listening now, this is your invitation. The Moon Goddess training begins soon, and the path opens the moment you say yes. Who's ready for the Moon Goddess training, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. And welcome to our weekly broadcast where we talk about the astrology of the week. That was a little bit of my crazy Gemini coming out. And I show you the charts on the screen. I talk about the energy. This is a crazy freaking week. Might be the craziest week of the century. I'm not even kidding. I just got done doing a workshop yesterday, which you can now purchase and watch the replay of. I even uploaded all of the slides, which is epic. But this conjunction with Saturn and Neptune at 0 degrees, there's no recorded history of it ever happening at 0 before. I looked. I tried to find it. There's been other conjunctions in Aries, but 0 degrees exactly hasn't, there's just, it's not there. So that means that this is something that humanity as a collective, it is experiencing for the very first time. And it's a freaking epic reset in a good way. It's a new start. It's a fresh start. Oh my God. And it's happening all this week. This week is the activation, like the activation. I'm very excited to talk about it, as you can see. And I'm excited to see all of you guys here. Look at everybody. Hello. Hi. Let's say hi. We've got Human Being B. We have Rochelle. Welcome. We have Kay. We have Ashley. Anastasia, Harmonia Tarot, welcome in. Paula, welcome. Darcy, hello, good to see you. Jeanette, she says, great on Gemini Rising. Yes, I was just featured on the Gemini Rising show with Natalie Sadie and Ann Wolke. And they are part of the Leo King Vibe, the High Vibe TV. And it was super fun. We had a blast. I mean, I love those ladies, and we're all Gemini rising. So it was fun. We talked about Egypt. We talked about the Moon Goddess training. We talked about human design, the gene keys,
we just had an all around awesome conversation, and I can't wait to hang out with them again. I shared the video here on one of my posts, I believe, so you can check it out, but it's on Natalie Sadie's YouTube channel, and it was awesome. Thank you, lady, so much for having me on the show. Annie is here. Hello, Firehorse. We're ready for you. That's right. Christy is here. Yup. Fire emoji. Love it. Okay. Carmelola is also here. If you're watching live, say hi. I absolutely love the chat interaction. It really does a lot for me. I also want to ask that everyone that's watching this video that you please give the video a thumbs up, and the YouTube algorithm will then be able to send it out to other people that might enjoy this content. And that's how we grow the community and open up the space to come together in this like time of crazy revolution, because that's exactly what's going on. So please do that and leave a comment below. And today in the comments section, and this is if you're watching the replay, or if you're here live and you want to actually leave a real comment, not in the chat, but in the comments section of the video. What is the one thing after we go over the astrology that you are most excited about for this week? But there's a lot. Hey, Raessa, welcome in. We got John is here. The energy feels like the rapture is going to happen. Oh, did you know that the eclipse is happening on the 30th Jinki, which is the city of rapture? Did you know? You might want to watch my astrology video for the eclipse, which I did, I think, Saturday night, because I went all into that energy. That's crazy. The metaphysical journey. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Looks like you may be new to the channel. Okay. So before we dive into the astrology of the week and the charts and all that stuff, I want to make a couple of announcements. Of course, you guys know that the Moon Goddess training starts literally tomorrow. This program always starts on a new moon. And I chose this one. I think last year we started on the new moon in Pisces, but I chose this one this year. It's always intuitive for me. And I never really understand the significance of like how my intuition guides me to these, designing these programs and these courses and these workshops. But I realize now it's always like divine timing. This is the eclipse that's activating the energy of the Moon Goddess training for the year. And I'll talk a little bit more about basically the whole week and the whole energy of the week and how powerful it is. And if you're wanting to make like the best of the understanding of what's going on in the collective and really learn to integrate it into your own life and learn to live fully in your design, this is the program to do that with. Like, this is what it is for. This is why it is designed. And we get to freaking travel through the ancient temples of the Nile in the initiatic path. It's our modern day version of a mystery school. And I am so proud of this program. And it's freaking phenomenal. You can look up all the information. We did like 3 videos with Ashley, who's in the chat. She's mentoring with me, and she's part of this program, and you're going to get to meet her and hang out with her and get a reading from her and a reading from me throughout the year, because the program is a year long. But we talked all about the details of the program, so I want to leave it to you to go watch those videos. But what I do just want to mention here real quick is like this program it contains literally everything that you hear me talk about, all in one. So you learn about your astrology, you learn about your gene keys, you learn about your human design, you learn about like what is your, strongest intuitive gifts, what are the Akashic records. You're going to be initiated into like the priestess path. And it's a very unique way that I teach all of these things. You're going to learn Hermetic alchemy. You're going to learn about moon magic, the moon centers, ritual, ceremony. We're going to do 40-day meditations together to integrate the energy into our bodies. We're going to go into the Akashic records and have these powerful journeys back in time. We're going to go back in time into the temples along the Nile so that we can like fully feel immersed in that frequency. We're also going to learn about the laws of the universe, the 9 dimensions, how sacred geometry is connected to astrology, and so much more. You guys, so much more. I mean, you could go on and on. This page is super long, but I want to read just a couple of the reviews from the goddesses that have finished and completed the program before. To sum this up in a couple of words, this has been such a beautiful, soul-shaking, gut-wrenching, magical freaking experience. I am so, so, so grateful for you in this community, Jai. Like I've said time and time again, this space has opened me up to so much healing, growing, learning that I would have never gotten from any clinical therapist. Ha! There you have it. In the words of one of the students themselves. Like, wow, what a review. The esoteric knowledge is just absolutely fascinating. It is just a joy and wonder to dive in, do the Kundalini yoga experience with my body, mind, heart, and soul, along with others. I love learning the knowledge and the experience of putting things together. Yeah. I really loved understanding that the energy of the moon goddesses is always available and there for us, that we are able to heal whenever we're ready to. And that is a wonderful journey leading us back to our creatorship. It's made me really think about and understand and touch on what I have created in my life and much more easily let that which doesn't serve me fall away. I've thought for a long time something was wrong with me because I cycled through friendships, jobs, emotions, partners, situations, spiritual journeys, travels, that I had a restlessness about me that seemed unsatisfied. And now I've come to learn that that's part of my 1-3 human design profile, that I am investigating and that I'm here to adventure and experience. So now I have a lot more grace with how I handle endings and letting things die, just like the seasons. And that is probably one of the greatest gifts I can ever hold on to, and then let die when that's ready to. Haha. You guys, like, it speaks for itself. Like, anyways, if you want to sign up, we start tomorrow. There is a payment plan. You can sign up directly through me, or you can pay in full. I recommend doing all 3 levels. Satnam. Like, here we go. Let's go. And like I said, I also did that workshop this weekend on Sunday, all about Saturn and Neptune and Aries. It was a phenomenal workshop. Is there anyone here in the chat that actually did the workshop this weekend? What did you guys think about it? Harmonia Tarot says, proud of you, Jai. I remember when you first kicked this off. So cool how much it's grown. Yeah, I know. I'm an Aquarius, retiring from my 30-year federal government job this week. Wow, congratulations. Yay. Yeah, endings and new beginnings. Lisa is also here. And it lands on your... I know, Christy, right? Like, I didn't even think about that. I swear to God, it did not cross my mind. I just remember literally actually you and Rochelle this weekend at the workshop. There was something about both of you guys. And I was like, oh yeah, Christy. I was like, she needs to be there. And I was like, let's do it. So anyways, very, very exciting. So now we can actually dive in. But what I was going to say about the workshop, Rochelle says she loved it. It was wild stuff. Yes. It was one of the I feel personally that it was one of the coolest workshops I've ever done because of the significance of what's happening right now. Ashley says the workshop was so epic, confirming so many feelings my body and mind have been moving through. Yeah, it's an initiation. I'm going to talk about it this week, but for this broadcast, but go get the workshop, get the replay, purchase it. It's $44. It is so much information packed in 2-hour period. But I would love to now actually show you like why this week is so freaking significant. So let me share my screen again so you guys can see here we go, the charts on the screen, and we're just going to dive in. So guess what? Today The moon is already in Aquarius. She's already at 23 degrees. This is coming up. It's coming up. And I can personally, I am feeling like alive. Just so charged up right now. I am like Christy said, I'm so excited and I can't hide it. Like dancing around all day long, like woo! And we were talking about it with Natalie, Sadie, and Anne about how it just feels like, I said I had the vision of like the race horses, and they're like getting ready to be like in the gate. And this week is when the gates open and the horses fucking go. And we're like sitting there like, wow, like ready to freaking launch. This is what it feels like to me anyways. What does it feel like to you, you guys? Exactly, says Christy. So that's cool. We're already feeling it's like it's here. It's here. Okay, that's the first thing. And also, there is a square from the sun to Uranus that was fully active like yesterday into today, and so we're feeling the it's the nervousness of that Uranian square to the eclipse that is also like buzzing. Like I feel like we're buzzing. It's making us buzz with energy. And we also saw a trine from Mercury to Jupiter today, which is like mind expanding, mind opening. So I feel like that is, more ideas coming in. Like we're just open to receive those like powerful downloads. Rochelle's like, that's exactly how I feel. Electrical. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like my heart's going to burst in a good way. I know. I'm like, woohoo. Today, I got the response from the publisher of my book that it's ready for final proofing. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew like the eclipse is going to bring it out. And this year's book, you guys, is the most epic it's ever been. Like, it is phenomenal. Like I was reading through it and I'm like, damn, it's good this year. So I'm going to have like a whole event, like a book launch party. And we're just going to like have fun and gather and like collect in the energy. Actually, we're going to do it for the next eclipse, which is the Virgo total lunar eclipse, which is perfect because the whole book is all about like guiding you through the seasons of astrology. And Virgo is all about like the everyday, like pay attention, be present, clean your space up. It's perfect. So instead of doing like a full moon ceremony for the next eclipse, which is going to be in 2 weeks, we're going to come together in like, it's going to be a free event, but it'll be within Zoom. And then I can do so much more in that space. And yeah, to celebrate the launch of the book. I'm so excited. Okay. So that's how this energy feels. And those are the things that are kind of like going on. So we get to tomorrow, of course. The main event is the annular solar eclipse in Aquarius. Let me go back at 28 degrees, which again, I've been talking about is a highly elevated energy. And tomorrow is the beginning of the lunar calendar. And so it is the Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse. Did you know that the eclipse is called an annular eclipse because it makes a ring of fire around the moon? Like, did you know that though? Because that's crazy. Because when you think about what's actually happening this whole week, it's like a ring of fire. So we have the ring of fire eclipse. And the reason is because it's like you see the moon and then around the sun, there's the ring of fire. It's not a total eclipse. It's annular. Anyways, we have a ring of fire eclipse activating the highly evolved Aquarian energy into the Aquarian age, right? Uranus is like activating this with a powerful square. And it's the ring of fire that the freaking fire horse is like jumping through. That's why the image of the picture that I chose for this thumbnail is the horse, like, jumping through the ring of fire, the fire horse. I know. And the significance of that is crazy because the conjunction that's happening this week also with Saturn and Neptune, and they're already there at 0. You can see them down at the bottom. Is also at 0 degrees. So 0 is a ring, right? 0 is a circle, and Aries is fire. So that conjunction is also a ring of fire. I like, you can't make this shit up. This is like literally nuts. Okay, so that's tomorrow, right? So let me show you like how the week unfolds. Then we get to Wednesday. Guess what happens on Wednesday? The sun enters Pisces. So welcome to Pisces season. Like, we're changing seasons this week also, which is normally a big deal just in and of itself, but it's like sandwiched in between all this crazy wild stuff that's going on around it. So sun enters Pisces. This is the last season of the zodiac. We're closing out the astrological year. The new year begins the minute the sun enters Aries. So there's 30 more days left in this astrological year. And that's why the book Seasons and Stargates is set up so that it starts with the sun in Aries and it goes through the entire astrology wheel. So that's the next big thing. It's like every day something huge, right? Like Monday, square to the sun. Tuesday, ring of fire eclipse. Chinese New Year of the fire horse. Wednesday, the sun enters Pisces and we enter into Pisces season. And then we get to the 20th, and that's the next big thing. We get the exact conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Aries, which is a conjunction that is actually happening on the 25th Jinki. This is what I talked extensively about. We actually read the whole chapter of the Jinkies book in the Jinkies about the 25th, because I wanted you to really understand what the shadow of constriction means, what the gift of acceptance and the city of universal love is all about, because that's what this is inviting us into. So it is constricting our life force energy because we don't want to feel our pain. The 25th Jinki is about the wound of humanity. It's wounded from the outset. You must do battle with your shadows. Actually, I want to read this is the ring of humanity, okay? Wounded from the outset, you must do battle with your shadows, overcome the limitations of your mind, surrender your need to control life, and find your true self before you awaken. That is legit the hero's journey. So this eclipse, this conjunction happening this week, it is a new beginning for all of humanity, but also for ourselves. So you need to look at where is this happening in your chart, which is what I taught you how to do in the workshop, so that you know what it's activating for you and what this is going to mean. Neptune in Aries is going to be here for the next 13, 14 years. Saturn in Aries is going to be here for the next 2.5 to 3 years. And it is going to be a huge activation and initiation point in your chart. It is 0 degrees of Aries. It's the first degree of the entire wheel. It's like the beginning of all beginnings. Like, you can't, there's not enough you can say about the power of this crazy freaking week that we're having. But that is a powerful connection to know what it's inviting us into. It's inviting us, the 25th is, to feel our pain. That is how you transmute the shadow of constriction. That's how you stop being constricted, is you allow yourself to drop into the feeling of the pain and the wound and be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm wounded. This is the truth. I have had trauma. I have pain. I have grief. I have suffering. It lives in me. And you know what? I'm going to, for the first time in my life, I'm going to let myself fully feel this. That's acceptance. That's all you need to do. And that just the weight is going to freaking fall off of you, and you will initiate yourself into this transformation, into this new century, into this new, because the Saturn Neptune conjunctions happen every 35 to 36 years. So this is activating the next 36 years collectively. 0 degrees of Aries. It's also the draconic point. And remember, last year in January, the North Node was at 0. It was January 11th, 2025. The North Node was at 0 degrees of Aries, and that activated the draconic chart for all of humanity and for us individually, which is the purest expression of your soul. The 0 point of Aries is when spirit first descends into matter. It's the birth. It's like it is the separation from the God space to the individual space. And that's why Aries like comes out running. It's cardinal fire. It's the spark that lights the fire. What? On the ring of fire eclipse, on the year of the fire horse. Like, is there, like what? And this is so crazy that the day before on the 19th, I mean, this whole week the conjunction is happening, but it's exact on the 20th. On the 19th, the moon enters Aries and makes an exact conjunction to the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune at 0 degrees. The moon activates it also. Like there's lots of things happening that are like turning it on, turning it on, turning it on, like adding more fire, adding more fire. That's what we're feeling. So it is nuts. It's nuts. So shall we continue? So the conjunction happens on the 20th, and then the next big aspect is happening on the 22nd, and that is Mars makes a sextile to Chiron. So it leads us into Mars's drive and motivation, and Chiron is like the deepest wound. Right now we're healing the wound of Aries. Okay, like what are the chances of all of these things coming together, you know, all at once? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's rare. So what are you going to do about it? Like, that's the question. We're like moving into the 2027, the great freaking shift, the opening of the cross of the sleeping phoenix in the solar plexus center with the 55th Jinki, which is crazy because the sun this week is going, it's from the 30th right now, and it's going to go into the 55th. So there's foreshadowing at the same time. Oh my God, my brain's going to explode. But for reals, the sun this week is basically entering one of the versions of the cross of the sleeping phoenix while this conjunction is happening. And the phoenix rises from the freaking ashes of the fire. Shall I say more? Shall I continue? But on this day, there's also a trine from Venus to Jupiter, which is one of the most, it's a beautiful aspect. You can have Venus trine Jupiter is like one of the most auspicious, like gentle, loving, like fun, playful. It's water, so it can be emotional, but Venus in Pisces is exalted, so she feels really good. She just made a conjunction to the North Node on the eclipse. It's like guiding us into our spirituality, and it's opening up the door for us to experience it on our own, because that's what this is all about. It's about you, yourself, like me, myself, and I. What am I going to do? What do I want? You know, how do I define myself? Who am I and why am I here is the wound of Chiron in Aries. And you might be even going through your Chiron return this year. Who knows? But the wound is, who am I and why am I here? We're going to decide that now. This is what the universe is making us decide. Like, define yourself and freaking go do it. There's no longer a roadmap. There's not an instruction book that's going to tell you exactly like what to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Like those things are out the window now. This year into next year, that's out the window. So this is the preparation for next year. We're like slowly and not so slowly being freaking initiated into the new role that we're going to play, which is the role of the individual. Individual circuitry is the main energy of the next cross. So that means that it's you, and you need to pick the path. You need to take the path less traveled, because that has made all the difference. There's no instruction manual. Sorry. And also we end the week with the sun on Fomalhaut, which is the star that is connected to Archangel Gabriel, who is the messenger of God. So divine messages can come through when that portal is open. But I mean, this is how big of a week this is. I mentioned that the sun is going through the 30th, Jinkian gate. So let's talk a little bit about that. The 30th, and then it goes into the 55th. So the eclipse is happening on the 30th. I talked about this. We read about the city of rapture, but the theme this week is from desire to lightness to rapture. And it's the codon ring of freaking purification, which is, where'd you go? Guides humanity to evolve through progressive cycles of cleansing and purification. So you were getting purified through the ring of fire. It's purification by fire this week. Like, okay. It takes us on a journey through the purifying fires of consciousness where our beings begin to relinquish the hold of desire. As one of the great human genetic battlefields, there is now a large body of scientific evidence linking its amino acid to various functions and malfunctions in our gut. Symbolically, one might draw a connection between how effectively we human beings process our past and how effectively our body eliminates waste. And then the sun moves into the 55th, which is foreshadowing. You can't make this shit. God, it's tripping me out, yo. From victimization to freedom. So we move from rapture to freedom. What? We can't chase freedom. We can't run out and sell. We can't run out and sell everything and drop our dreams and become a monk or hermit drifting about. We have no chance of dropping our dreams. We have to be so patient. Freedom will come on its own without our doing anything. We have to live as a human with all the trappings and trimmings. And from within that, our freedom will arise. The dragonfly's dream. And the codon ring of the whirlwind. A genetic codon group chemically linking the 49th gene key to the master key 55. Together, these keys are currently carrying out a powerful mutative process for humanity, bringing drastic changes at all levels of society. Together, they create the rebirth of freedom, or the freedom of rebirth, WTF. The associated amino acid histidine is released during physical orgasm. As this codon moves through the human genome, it can be likened to a collective orgasm. Whoa. A spiraling force of consciousness that ripples through the body of humanity, taking us to higher and higher levels of unity and ecstasy. Excuse me? Yeah, exactly. So, that's what I'm talking about. This week is the week where everything changes. So what can you do? Well, you need to live in full alignment. There are no more excuses. Full alignment is the only thing that's going to work. And that means you need to know your astrology. You need to know your gene keys. You need to know your human design. You need to step into full freaking purpose and destiny. And you need to stop sitting on your ass doing nothing and waiting for something to come to you. So this is Aries. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yes. Follow your strategy and your authority by all means, but do it with fucking passion. That's my 2 cents about that one. You can tell the energy is crazy. Anyways, holy moly, I think I need another sip of my coffee, or maybe I don't need any more coffee. People are like, I feel that. Truth. Oh, baby, says Ashley. The fire and fuel to my darn emotions, LOL. So we're getting lucky this week. Human being says, preach. Yes. You guys, this is it. And it's our hero's journey. This is, what are you going to do? I'm serious. What are you going to do? Uh-oh. We might have to do a Club Jai for the book club release party. Anyways, all right. So here we go. I'm going to open up the records now. We're going to do a reading. Tarot, Oracle, spirit guide animal for the week, and messages from our star families. Hanged Man right at the bottom. Reversed. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, Willis. We're done waiting. The waiting is done. As I tune into the Akashic Records, first of all, I recommend, hey, there's 25 in the chat. Okay. Ground yourself, Jago Band. As I open up the records, go get your cards. Go get your cards, the ones you want to use. I'm going to do a reading for the collective. You do a reading for you. I'll tell you what each card means, and you get to do a reading for yourself personally while I'm doing the group reading. Okay? And share in the chat if you want. It's super fun to do that, or in the comments. But as I open up the records, take a moment to tune into your sacred space. So we're going to do that together. So take a moment to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Place your hand on your heart. Tap it a little bit. Just remind yourself, I want to live here. I want to live here. I want to be in my heart. This is where I want to be. Love heals all wounds. Visualize a grounding cord reaching down from your root chakra into the center of the earth. Have this cord wrap itself around a crystal at the center of the earth. Notice what the crystal looks like. What's its color? What's its shape? What's its quality? Feel the quality and the energy and the frequency that this crystal is giving you and feeding you through your cord. And this is the magic, the crystal that will anchor you as we travel through the Akashic records and receive a message for us this week. From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart. This is the light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality. We recognize our sacred trinity. We begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow. May understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the light of love. All right, I'm hella excited. So let me shuffle these cards though, because I didn't do that yet. But here's what we need. We need to know what is the most important thing for us this week. What's the most important thing to know? The first card represents our jumping off point. It's kind of like where are we at right now? Where are we starting? So what is our jumping off point for the week? This card represents us right now, or if you're pulling for yourself, the card represents you right now. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Steadily freaking doing the thing, vibing the vibe. Just kidding. Working hard AF to freaking produce. We're producing, yo. We're steadily producing. This is a good energy. Like, it's like we're putting in the freaking work. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. We're focusing. We're focused, okay? What is the challenge? Yeah, right. What's the challenge of this week? Oh, snapola. 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is, it's like chaotic. It's a little chaotic. Okay, so imagine, this is what I'm getting. All these guys, and they're young, they're like youngsters. It's like, yeah, that fool energy, that like childlike innocent nature. This is not bad. Yeah, that's a good card. It just represents like a lot going on, and it's playful fighting though. This isn't like a negative thing, but the wands represent fire, right? So imagine all these guys having wands of fire and they're like swinging them around. That's the challenge. It's like everybody now has a wand of fire. Uh-oh. Yikes. Oh my God. So next card is the overall theme of the week. What's the overall theme of this week? Stay focused, man. Stay focused. But also play, you know? Stay focused, but also play. Holy, what the what? Damn, Gina. Okay. We get the Chariot. 2 cards came out. The Chariot, Major Arcana, and the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. So the overall theme is that we're ready for the freaking journey. This is the Fool. When he's gone through the first few cards and he gets to this one, he's like, I went to school, I took my class, I did my thing, I learned with my teacher. Now I'm really ready to go. Like now it's getting serious. This is where it gets serious. And the other overall theme, the Ace of Cups, is the offering from the universe. This is water, right? So it can be likened to heart, to love. It's a new beginning, and it is an emotional frequency. So it's like we're ready for the new emotional journey. And maybe this represents the emotional intelligence that we're learning as a collective. This is another thing we talked about in Gemini Rising today, that we're stepping into as a collective. We're learning how to really work with the frequency of emotions. That's another thing we focus a lot on in the Moon Goddess training, but we're ready for the new journey in love. Wow. Because 25th city, universal love. Okay, here we go. What is the message from our spirit guides, angels, and teachers? Okay. 5 of Swords. Let go, and the Justice card on the bottom. The message is let go the ego. Like stop fighting the wrong fight. I'm getting 38 Jinky vibes. From struggle to perseverance to honor. You cannot get to perseverance or honor if you're struggling through something that's not meant for you to be struggling through. You need to find the right fights. You need to find the right fight is the fight that is like you can put your whole freaking being into it and it'll fuel the freaking life force energy inside you. It'll take you out of constriction and it'll open you up to like real adventure, like real power, real purpose. It brings the right fight brings meaning into your life. So stop letting your ego dictate what the hell is going on. Okay? And we're healing karmic patterns. This is another big thing. The Justice card. Okay. Next, we are going to pull an animal spirit for the week who is going to guide us on this magical adventure. All right, here we go. Which animal is a little jam? Which ones are a little jammy jam? Oh, Snapola, the scorpion. Yes! Okay, Jai needs to calm the F down. The Scorpion. I told you today, I forgot to tell you, Ashley, I should have texted you because you need to know. This is like need to know basis. Today, I am in my Jack Black era. Oh my God. If you know, you know. Anyways, the Scorpion. First of all, before I read from the book, I want to tell you about little Miss Scorpion or little Mr. Scorpion over here. So this brings up Kom Ombo vibes. What is Kom Ombo? Kom Ombo is the temple that is the temple of Sobek, the crocodile god. Now, in the ancient Atlantean path, the crocodile temple, the Sobek temple, the Kom Ombo temple, was the temple where we transmuted darkness into light. And the way that we did that is we went through room by room. The temple literally goes, the rooms get smaller and smaller as you progress forward. You get to a place where there's this like these heart-shaped stones. You go to the center. You go in the within, deeper into the center. Every room represents a chakra, and every chakra has a fear that you face. And all the fear is, they asked me this question today, how do you heal fear? And I said love. All fear is transmuted through love. And I referenced the song that I wrote. It's called The Nile. You might have heard it. I'm going to play it tomorrow. It's called The Nile. And it says, one by one, you love the fear back from the dark. You love the fears back from the dark. That's the temple of Kom Ombo. It's the journey of transmuting shadows to light. But how do you do it? You go into the middle. You go within. You close your eyes and become the Scorpion. The Scorpion lives in the dark. And the Scorpion feels everything. The Scorpion also stings, right? The eagle that has this like higher perspective, sixth line energy has to drop down to the first line. The eagle has to close its eyes and become the Scorpion. Now, when we become the Scorpion, we are literally transmuting our venom into medicine. It's alchemy. This is teaching us about alchemy. We transmute, our venom becomes medicine. The Scorpion then goes on its own journey of ascension. It becomes the snake. The snake becomes the eagle. And the eagle eventually becomes the fucking phoenix. It's all about the transformative fire. And it starts with the sting and the venom of the Scorpion. Damn. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers as they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. You can't make good. Oh my God. The Scorpion card says, it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. I just got chills through the back of my spine. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings. 25th Jinky. Feel the pain. Love the fears back from the dark so that everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. I'm tripping balls. I'm tripping balls. Which star families want to tell us something right now, okay? I'm ready for you, come Ombo. All right, a bunch of cards came out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the Venusians, lead with love in all things. From the Syrians, connect with nature's frequencies. Connect with nature's frequencies. From the Lyrans, embrace your inner sovereignty. We have a whole like Galactic Federation style meeting going on right now. From the Pleiadian spacecraft, you will unite our worlds. Whoa. Okay. And from the Alpha Centaurians, innovation is the key to growth. Take the path less traveled, because that will make all the difference. From the Sun, as every human being learns, the cycle of desire is eternal. My gift to you: I bring you good and bad news. The bad: you're not in control of your destiny, and you're never going to get rid of your desire. Ooh, getting feisty, aren't we? The good: accepting this bad news will free you to trust in life. It's time to fully feel your desires and to realize that feeling them doesn't mean acting on them indiscriminately or repressing them. You can welcome a desire into your home without allowing it to control your life. Being human is quite a trip, and life is quite a game. A comedy and tragedy all at once. You might as well enjoy the ride. Keep a sense of humor. Do not pretend to live lightly. Embrace and emanate a true lightness of being. With such an attitude, you won't need to fear your feelings. Woo! No matter how painful. A lightness will burn so bright in you, it'll beam out of your eyes no matter what is happening. Okay. And again, from the Sun, it is always at the very end, when we have all but given up hope of redemption, that liberation comes. Ooh, my gift to you. I come to tell you that the freedom you seek has nothing to do with what you do, what you understand, or how you feel. It has to do with the attitude you embrace, no matter what is happening within or around you. Can you live your life without over-relying on outer paths, systems, and structures to keep you safe? That's the cross of planning. It's ending. Can you fully feel whatever you're feeling without getting lost in drama or the stories of the mind? Can you experience a longing without rushing to meet it or escape it? Can you find peace during painful moments? Can you embrace not knowing? Can you simply be? Freedom is yours the moment you give up the thought that someone else is responsible for your life or that you are separate from life. Practice transparency and radical self-acceptance, and you will discover your magnificence. From the deepest depths of our soul, we give gratitude and love, for we understand we are a fractal of that cosmic whole. As we give, so we get. open to all possibilities through all time and space. We walk through the Akashic portal back to our inner space, remembering that this wisdom lives within every cell of our being. Thank you, star beings, for holding this sacred space and for protecting us during this journey through time and space. The records are now closed. Boom shakalaka. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What did I title the video? This week changes everything. I wasn't kidding, yo. I wasn't kidding. So, what do you think? What do you think? Put it in the comments below. I'm serious. What are you most excited about of everything I just talked about? What are you most excited about? What I'm most excited about is the scorpion sting. I'm just kidding. That's just my Mars and Scorpio talking. I can't help it. But seriously, wow. So, here we go. We are moving on. The dark moon ends tonight. Are you ready to jump through that ring of fire? A burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames got higher. Oh, how it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for a Nile River initiation. Satnam.
Before time was measured, before the world became loud, there was a remembering written in your soul. A remembering of who you are, beneath the roles, the striving, the forgetting. There comes a time when the veil thins and the old ways of living no longer fit. You feel it as a pull, a quiet ache, a knowing that something ancient within you is ready to awaken. This is the path of alignment. Alignment is not effort, it is remembrance. When you align, your intuition sharpens like a flame, your energy settles into your body, your life begins to move in rhythm with the unseen. The Moon Goddess training is a sacred initiation into this remembrance. Through the Akashic records, the timeless field of soul memory, you journey beyond time and space into the ancient temples of the Nile. As you enter them, something within you unlocks. Layers dissolve, old wounds soften, your inner sight opens. You remember how to listen, how to trust, how to move through life, guided rather than forced. This is the return of the aligned woman, rooted in her body, open in her heart, clear in her knowing. She no longer searches outside herself, she remembers the way. If your soul is listening now, this is your invitation. The Moon Goddess training begins soon, and the path opens the moment you say yes.